Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ. This is Upside Client with I.S.U.P.K, South West of the Christians, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. I'm here with this brother. We're going to ask the first question. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the truth since 1969. Right. Tell the truth, the people your name, brother.
My name is Father Zachariah. Edge of the sword. You know what I'm saying?
All right, tell me how'd you get your name?
I did my 90 days, and man, actually, I think a brother named the thing out. He got his name on. I got my name. Did our 90 days. Came in one day, and the rest was history. Man, it was right by giving me Edge of the sword though, because that's how I am. Though. Like I'm really a warrior. Like I'm really a warrior, and I get in people's skin like a sword. So
right,
that's that. Whoever named me that was a wise man. You know what I'm saying? My name is a powerful name, man. And I ain't dropping this sword, by the way. Just let y'all know.
Right. So, how'd you learn about the ISUPK?
Oh man, I've been knowing about the ISUPK for like 5-6 years. Like, it's been a long time. Like I was one of those individuals like in the world getting high. Thought I knew it all. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
what made you finally come in?
Trials and tribulations, going through stuff. And man, it's crazy because I feel like every time something happened in my life, I felt like the Most High was like punishing me and doing things to me to make me realize I need to be in here and stuff like that. A lot of people don't even realize that. And man, like people always complain about how their life is so hard and so messed up, and it's not working for them. And man, and every time like it's really crazy because every time I sit there watching Jeremiah class. Like he be just speaking, it's like the soundtrack of my life. He just be speaking. It's feel like he be speaking to me when I was in the world. So I just felt like I needed to be here. You know what I mean? And I mean, something happened. I ain't gonna go into that. That I had to come back. It was a reality check. I said, okay, I'm about to come in here and serve the Lord.
So the Lord humbled you.
The Lord humbled me. Like, listen, like He really humbled me, man. I was a big-headed person. Like, I thought I knew it all. I thought like, I was gonna do it all by myself. All that type of stuff. But I got the reality check, and I said I had to come in here, man. And I never looked back. You know what I mean?
What was what's the best lesson you learned since being in the truth?
The best lesson I learned is to watch your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to be always like, how people always like to talk, like people like to hear themselves talk. I mean, to be quiet, man. The wise man hold his tongue, man. So, like, the biggest lesson I learned is watch your mouth and learn how to conduct yourself. Have some manners, have respect for yourself and for other people. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I learned.
And how did the truth change your life?
Hey, listen, the truth changed my life in many ways because like I had relationship problems, financial problems, problems with substances. Even though I stopped, doing those things before I came to the truth, but me hearing about the truth made me more. When I believe it was Captain Mashak, he was like, if you smoking weed, you blow a ride. You understand what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm not with that.
Put the blunt all the way down.
Yeah. I was like,
start looking at
made me feel weird as hell. Like, I'm not like that. So yeah, that definitely kind of sparked me into changing my life and all that. But just being inside of here, it's like seeing brothers like I never seen before treat me like, and I ain't gonna hold you. I went to a unity camp before. I want to make this on record. I went to a unity camp before, and I felt like that I ain't felt like a brother there. When I came here, it felt like I knew these brothers all my life. I don't know everybody. I can't speak for everybody that's in the UPK, but when I came here, it felt like I knew all these brothers the rest of all my life. You know what I mean? They welcomed me with open arms. Like brothers I ain't see. I'm coming to feast days, and brothers introduce themselves, talking to me, busting up with me like I was like one of their homies from the block. and stuff like that. So I mean, that definitely made me want to stay here and change my life. But look at, how the I.S.U.P.K is really the home of the truth. Because when you're the outside looking in, you won't go by what other people saying instead of coming in here and actually seeing what actually happens in here. And I came in here and seen it, and my life is a lot better. My life is a lot better, man.
That's heavy. Last thing, what advice or suggestions would you have to any new brother or sister that are new, trying to get or figure their way out in life? You know what I'm saying? How to get there.
Okay. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say what Gen.YAHANNA told me. Just come in here. What you got to lose? Only thing you really got to lose is the kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. I ain't got nothing out there. When you go outside these doors, when you walk outside these doors, ain't nothing out there but Satan. Like, what you got to lose? You're poor. Your life is messed up. Your life is horrible. Your life is terrible. What do you have to lose? That's like, what do you have to lose? Just to come in here to see what we do? Just to come in here just to change your life? What do you got to lose? You got to lose the kingdom. That's what I'm gonna tell you. So you should might as well just come to class and just hear us out. And man, you don't gotta put that all black on. And man, you can be a student, you can be a civilian. There's always civilians in Israel. And man, but if you want to be a warrior, you put that all black on, man. So my suggestion to people is, our General has told me, just jump in this joint. Don't look back, just jump in it. Don't wait and procrastinate, because you ain't never gonna come here. Like, if you're a brother out there that's sitting back and watching and say, oh, I want to come here, but you're too scared to, I'm just letting you know that I was like that. You understand what I'm saying? And all you have to do is just do it. Don't say you're gonna do it, just do it. You'll be out.
I want to thank you, Officer Rob, interview. I.S.U.P.K. One West,
One West. Pay homage, I'm One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart, One West when I'm finished, One West when I start. I said I've been One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart, One West when I'm finished.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Johanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in his dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Now turn the headphones up just a little bit. Yo.
So up a y'all dog. 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 So up a y'all.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
I used to wake up every morning, boy, and all I seen was mess. Plus the shit that I was dealing with, all I seen was stress. Now I really know the truth, and I understand what hurting niggas. Beast of the fields, they eat us up, and they hurting you. ISUPK is what I'm repping. Zion means a weapon. Some of you niggas playing, but me, I'm really stepping. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Them heathens, they gon' learn. Them heathens, they gon' burn. Esau is about to fall, then Jacob is all turned. They been fucking with the chosen, so they gotta pay. Revelation 13 and 10, tell me what does it say? So I be out with dawn. So I be out with dawn. So I be out with dawn. So I be out with dawn.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
The blood that's in my veins descends straight from the greatest. All of my toolies go, but that 40 know it's my favorite. And we losing all our babies to this crazy shit we represent. For the money and the world, nigga, this crazy shit ain't making sense. We the children of the light, and we fighting all the darkness. The way I'm stacking ammo, my bitches thinking I'm heartless. Them devils get the smile and got you thinking that he harmless. Remember Oklahoma? That is where them cracker bombs. The pain will make you wake up. You know they really hate us. They turn the truth into a lie. That's the shit they gotta pay for. The mission that I'm on is waking up all our people. Show them we are the greatest. Nothing about a sequel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I be out with dawn. 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 So I be out with dawn.
When I say my prayers, I gotta turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. Before you go to war, yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east. When I say my to war. Yo, you better turn to the east. Turn to the east. Turn to the east.
That me. All right, give me a minute. Mirror. All right. All right, clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakathum. Yahweh Shalom Thum Bashim Yahushua, priest and officer Quad Zakarab here at the I.S.U.P.K on the Commander GEN.YAHANNA, and this is the Brotherhood class. And last week we was touching on the city of brotherly love, known as Philadelphia, the city that we're in right now. And there's going to be a part 2 of that. You understand? We're going. I found the video that I was talking about last class, and we were going to touch on that a little bit. We're going to touch on, what actually, like, where do the city of brotherly love, where that name come from? We're going to touch on that. And we're just going to talk about what goes on in everyday Philadelphia life. You understand? What I encountered throughout my whole life being here. You understand? But I always gotta get my favorite scripture before I start anything off. If I could get Deuteronomy 7:6. And this is very important for blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians to understand this scripture, because you cannot be a brother, you cannot be a sister and not know this scripture. This is how we be brothers and sisters, through this scripture right here. Understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm not gonna read the whole scripture, but we're gonna read a little bit of it. You understand what I'm saying? And if you could, give me Deuteronomy 7:6, sir.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, 7, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
For thou art in holy people.
Stop right there. The Bible says, "For thou art an holy people." Listen, the Christian church, they misuse, they misrepresent, they misinterpret that word holy. Holy is not going to church on Sunday screaming and shouting and gibberish and giving the pastor all your money that you work hard for at the end of the week. You understand what I'm saying? That is not what holy is. Holy is being separate. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians ain't never going to see really true brotherhood until they separate from this place called America. Wow. The main reason why we are in the predicament we are in now, because we take on the ideologies and philosophies of another people. Understand that. Just like how we got gangsters and drug dealers and all these type of things, we got that from the oppressor. Wow. Before we was doing it, they was doing it. You had the mobs, you had the mafia, and this and that and the third. You had, Al Capone, John Gotti. You had, all these other people that was doing these things before us, and then we want to pick it up. You even got rappers that named themselves after these people. You understand what I'm saying? Just like I can't, I'm pretty sure everybody know Irv Gotti and Ja Rule. They got they had a record label, a company called, M Inc. I can't say the word, Unalive Inc. M Inc. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure everybody know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? They got that from a gangster. And man, we want to be just like the oppressor, man. But the Bible tells us to separate. We're not supposed to be doing what the oppressor does. We're supposed to be doing what the Bible say. You understand? Right. And that's what we fall short at, because we don't want to listen to the Most High. We want to listen to everybody else but this book right here. We want to listen to everything else but this. You don't want to open it up. I don't guarantee you majority of black people got this book in their house. This right here. I know you got a grandma that got this book. She probably never even opened it. She probably got a whole bunch of daily breads on one table, like my grandma had it. They had a whole bunch of daily breads on one table, and and Jehovah's Witnesses books. And I guarantee you got this book. The Bible said we got to separate, man. If you really want to be, come together and be, in unison with each other, you got to separate. There's nothing wrong with isolating yourself from something that's destroying you. Right. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. I isolated myself from, all the things I used to go through. You know what I mean? Case in point. When I was like 16, 17, right? No, I was 16, I got locked up. Yeah, like 17, when I moved with my mom, I left my grandma's house, the place where everything was going bad for me. Yeah, you understand? I had problems, had enemies in the street, and I had, people, beefing with people. Left, stayed down there. I still was, still was doing wrong stuff. I still was getting high. I still was smoking cigarettes kind of at that time, but I got out of the street beefs and stopped getting into stuff more and more to leave me in a prison and probably get unalived. You understand what I'm saying? That type of stuff I avoided. You understand what I'm saying? I moved with my mom, isolated myself. I thought I honestly think I've been knew about the truth, because I know I said in that on that video that this the thing about it, because I don't know. Because I remember me isolating myself at a young age. I was like 17. But then I started learning more. I probably knew about the ISUPK for over a decade, honestly. I said 6 years. It might have been 10 years just to think about it now, because I isolated myself when I was like 17, 18. I stopped going down where I live at now, my grandma's house. I stopped going down there and all that type of stuff. And, when I started isolating myself, a lot of stuff started happening. Brothers that I grew up with, I was running around the streets with, started getting locked up. They started getting shot. People that I had problems with started getting unalived, and all these things started happening. And I separated myself from that, and I got better within time, because eventually I was getting high. Now I'm not getting high no more. That's because I made that one move. Sometimes you got to separate yourself and isolate yourself from the environment that you live in, so you can come back in the environment and be twice as stronger. Because I still live in that environment. I still live in the ghetto, but I'm not doing anything that the ghetto does. I'm not getting high. Every time I walk out my door, I smell marijuana. Every time I walk out my door, I see some sister out there wearing something that she was supposed to be wearing. I see these kids running rampant, acting all crazy. I hear gunshots in the back of my house. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still in the ghetto, but I'm not doing anything that our brothers and sisters doing to destroy themselves, man, because I separated myself. And now guess what? I'm the I.S.U.P.K. Teaching the brotherhood class. You understand what I'm saying? Because I believe and I know for a fact brotherhood is a weapon, man. Right. But you have to come here and separate yourself. I'm sorry. A lot of our people is so destroyed that you want to join with your oppressor, the person. And this is what I don't understand, officer, about. You had people beat you, violate your women, the children. We was gator bait. We was target practice. They listen. Sisters, do some research on how the gynecologists got started. They was mutilating you. You understand what I'm saying? They was doing crazy things to us, and you want to spin the block on your op that look just like you. That don't make sense to me. You got people that did all, I'm talking about for a long time, more than what you doing today to your brother, they did twice as much to you. And you doing this to your brother. You can't, what's crazy? Chicago can't let go of somebody unaliving somebody 10 years ago. You can't let go of that. But you can let go of people doing stuff to you for 400 years? I don't get that. Then you want to go march and say we should overcome and Black Lives Matter and all this type of stuff. This don't make sense to me. Right. I'm not saying go out there and hurt anybody. Right. But my thing is, I'm saying is, you seem like, but it's America. America is hypocritical anyway. You know, we seem like we're a bunch of hypocrites. You know, you want to fight your brother, but you don't want to join this fight and fight in this, be a brother to your brother that's out there. See, the number one thing black people need to understand, Hispanic people need to understand, is learning how to forgive your brother. In order to learn how to forgive your brother, you got to separate, you got to isolate, you got to heal. You understand what I'm saying? You are traumatized. You're going through a lot of things in your life, and you need brothers that been through the same thing that you've been through to tell you and teach you how to be a man. You out there sliding on your brother. That's not what a men do. Over petty stuff too. At that too, Officer. Matter of fact, if I could, I would just watch it. I'm gonna take off of Philly for right now. I'm speaking in general anyway right now, but I was just watching something on YouTube. I was watching something else. It just happened to come on. You know, when you're watching YouTube and something else come on, it'd be interesting, so you want to watch it. It was like that. And this is something I read. You know, my read be watching that. You know, the unalived cases, solved cases and stuff like that. So I was watching something like that. And it was his brother. He was on there, and they had the body cam on and all that. You know, he wound up unaliving his ex-girlfriend. But you could tell that he did it because how he was acting in the video. I was like, yeah, he did it. I was like, why he acting like that? He seemed like he nervous, he jittery and all that. So he wound up, you know, actually doing it. Like he telling the cops somebody else did it. But the cool crazy part is because she didn't want to be with him. You know what I mean? He came to the house because she was mad at the fact that she didn't want to be with him. You understand what I'm saying? You unalive that woman. You understand what I'm saying? That's the emotion that we don't need to have as men. Right. You understand that? That's a weak emotion that black men need to shake. And I know you want to know how to shake it? By separating yourself and coming to the I.S.U.P.K. That's how you're going to shake that a weak emotion of when a woman, you know, don't want to be with you and this, that, and the third, or she do something that you don't like. Because women do a lot of petty stuff. You know what I mean? Listen, we all got women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, women do some stuff that get you mad, especially the women in the world. They do stuff to press your buttons to get you to do something so they can call the cops on you, man. You got to have that self-discipline, but you can't have self-discipline. There's no discipline out in America, in the hood, as it is. You know what I mean? You want to learn discipline, you got to come here. We make men in the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? You cannot be weak here. You cannot be soft here. You cannot be feminine here. You understand what I'm saying? You can't move on emotion because you'll misrepresent this whole school, this whole family that we're trying to build, man. Period. You know what I mean? In order for you to start having that weak emotion, you got to separate yourself. You got to isolate yourself. You got to get away from the people that traumatized you growing up, man. You know who traumatized you? Your parents. You know, the people that raised you, the people that violated you, the people that did all these heinous things to you. You have to isolate yourself from it. And you got to look in the mirror. You got to understand that these things happen to you, and you gotta understand that's the reality that you're gonna have to deal with. We all been through stuff growing up, man. I've been through stuff, Officer Bob been through stuff. There's tons of brothers and sisters that been through stuff, man. And we strong enough to be here today and say that blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you can do the same thing that we did. Right. I mean, you listen, you're in a lot of pain, you're in a lot of things that's going on in your life. We've been through the same thing. That's why when I hear brothers and sisters make excuses of not coming here because of what they got going on in the world, that just shows you really don't want to change. You really don't want to separate yourself. I mean, coming in here helped me a lot. You understand? Help me with my discipline. You know what I mean? And help me learn how to move in certain situations, learn how to talk to brothers, learn how to talk to sisters, learn how to respect others and all that type of stuff, man. Amen. If I could you read it from the top, sir?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, 7 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Just stop right there. The Bible says we are a separate people unto the Lord thy God. We belong to the Most High. Now, if you could you give me there's a Leviticus. You should be mine. You understand? I need that scripture too, man. Like, we gotta understand we belong to the Most High God, man. Like, there's no gray areas, man. It's like we belong to Him. Nobody else belongs to the Most High but blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. I mean, if you're watching this and you just now found out that you're Israelite, I mean, listen, wipe that Christianity off of your mind. Like, wash it out, man, because God is not down with everybody, man.
Right.
God is not punishing everybody, man. God is punishing blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians because you don't want to separate yourself, man. You don't want to listen. You're so cursed that you don't even know that you're supposed to be separate. You're supposed listen. You're so under American authority that you can't even fathom that. Like when I say you got to separate from your oppressor, you got to separate from all these people, all these other nations. You look at me like you look at me like I got on 4 heads, like 5 heads. You like it's so foreign that I'm saying. Like we all shall come together. No, we shouldn't come together, man. Martin Luther King lied to you, man. We shouldn't come together, man.
Right.
We should not join hand with the wicked person that unalived your mother, your forefathers and foremothers. We should not do it. We should not be unaliving our brothers and sisters, man. We should not be doing it, man. We picking up all the traits of our oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? And then if you could you read scripture?
This is the book of Leviticus, 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy.
Listen, the Most High is separate. The Most High is separate. You think the Most High is down with Allah? You think the Most High is down with Caesar Borgia? A lot of people think the Most High is Allah. No, the Most High is Yahweh. The Most High has a name. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could, can you get that scripture? The Lord is his name. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High is separate. The Most High is not down with any of these religions. And I'm gonna touch something too. This book right here is not a religious book. This book is a protocol book. If you really want to think about it, you got tons of protocols in this book. This is a protocol book. You understand? This is a book of your culture. You understand what you wear, what you drink, what you eat, how you're supposed to conduct yourself as a human being, as a black man, as a Hispanic man, as a Native American Indian man. This is your book. This is not the oppressor book. This is not anybody else's book, but a black man, an Hispanic man, Native American Indian man, and woman. That's it. This is our book. This is an Israelite book. It's not it's not a small hat book. It's not what you call them, the Mormon. It ain't a Mormon book. It ain't none. It's our book, and we got to live by this. This is why we are being punished. You know, Deuteronomy, I believe it's 28 and 15 is say, you know, if we listen to the Most High God, you know, all these curses are going to overtake us, man.
Right.
That's what the Bible say. In Deuteronomy 28 and 15, that's what it say, man. It's not, you know, and also too, I believe it's Psalms 147 and 19 and 20. You understand what I'm saying? Like we only know these law, statutes, and commandments and judgments, man. Only Israel know them, man. So I don't understand how, you know, you walking around thinking like, oh, the Bible is not for you. The Bible is a oppressor man book. This is not. The Bible is for you. Yeah, man. This is your book. This is your culture. This is this is your rule book. This is your book.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could read the scripture, sir.
This is the book of Exodus 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
Listen, the Lord is a man of war. Matter of fact, also by him, man. They were teaching a powerful Hebrew class that brought this out Friday. You understand? Last Friday. You know what I mean? The Lord is a man of war. Keep going.
The Lord is his name.
The Lord is his name. You understand what I'm saying? And the Lord, and if I'm not mistaken, also, if you put the TV on, Bubba could shut the water. And man, and go to you in the Blue Letter. Yeah, go in the Blue Letter Bible real quick, man. I'm about to get out. Listen, I know a little bit of Hebrew, a little bit. We're gonna break down, you know, before we get into anything else. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna show you that the Lord is holy. The Lord is not Allah. I mean, Allah, if you really want to be technical, that just being God, I guess you could say in Arabic. That's not his name. You understand what I'm saying? His name is Yahweh. It said the Lord is his name, right? Officer, about right? Right. The Lord is his name. I don't even understand how they even. This is why we need to come into I.S.U.P.K, because I don't understand how people would say his name is. Well, what they say his name is? Ahaya. I heard that before. Ahaya. You understand what I'm saying? Say his name is Ahaya. Like his name is not Ahaya, man. His name is not Allah. His name is not Buddha. His name is not whatever case may be. His name is Yahweh. You understand what I'm saying? It's saying it right here. It say Yahweh, was it Ayash, Malakama, Yahweh, hold on, Shemwa.
Right.
You see that right there? That say Yahweh. Go there on your officer by if I may, if you could. If you could. Let's go down to the right there. Yeah, keep going. The Lord is a man. Keep going. You see the Lord got Yahweh right there too.
Right.
Of war. Keep going. Yahweh, the Lord, is his name.
Right.
It say Yahweh. It don't say Ahaya. It don't say Allah.
Right.
I mean, it don't say none of them. You understand? Because anybody could be a god, right? You got gods that's roaming around on the planet now. They say, "Oh, I'm gonna go Buddha." Ain't Buddha a god? That's not the Most High's name. The Most High ain't with Buddha.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, what do God actually means? God is not the end all be all of what we worship. That's a title.
Right.
Yahweh is what we worship.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I say when people say, "Well, I believe in God." What God do you believe in? Like, it just don't make sense. What God do you believe in? Oh, you believe in Aquarius. You believe in Sagittarius and Cancers and Libras and Aries. That's what you believe in. But the Bible will say, read it again, officer. But what the Bible say, man?
Oh,
You should be mine.
okay. This is the book of Leviticus 20, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall be holy unto me.
Listen, the Bible say you shall be holy unto the Most High, man. To Yahweh. Keep going.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
The Lord is separate. The Lord ain't there with no Aquarius. The Lord ain't there with no Sagittarius, no Libra, no Aries, no Buddha, no Allah. He ain't there with none of that. He is separate. So you telling me you're supposed to be with everybody doing what everybody else do. You're supposed to celebrate Christmas, eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, do what everybody else do, and not be like your father? Make that make sense? That's like me. It don't make sense, officer, because you think about it. You got a father, like a physical father on this planet that made you. You understand what I'm saying? And he teach you everything that you know, just so you could grow up and not do nothing he said. You listen to other people's fathers. That's what you're doing. You listening to other people's fathers. We supposed to be listening to your father. Your father told you, don't mess with that dog. You're gonna get fleas. You're gonna get fleas messing with that dog. Listen, you see that pig right there? Don't mess with that pig. That pig got worms in it. Listen, don't eat that shrimp, crab, and lobster. That's for the water so we can sanitize the water. And you go you watch Forrest Gump. You start eating shrimp, crab, and lobster now. You eating crab now. You listening to the oppressor. Now you listening to another man when you're supposed to be listening to your father. That's disrespectful to me. Listen, that's disrespectful. I'll feel highly offended when if my son that I raised up to be a mighty man, a warrior, go and be a fairy. I will be disappointed. I will be angry. He cannot come around me. Most High got more mercy than me, man. Better mercy. Listen, Most High is way more merciful than me, man. Cause, man, listen, we did so much crazy stuff, and he still. Listen, it was one time that he didn't want us. He was like, man, I ain't even about to keep on. Listen, man, I'm about to put y'all away. He about to get that bill of divorcement. He didn't do it. He showed us so much mercy, man, and we still hard-headed. We still stiff-necked. Right. He is separate. He is holy. You should be that way. Right. You should be that way. You should not be doing what the oppressor does. Let the oppressor eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Let the oppressor eat pork. Let all the nations do that, because eventually they ain't gonna be doing that when we rule. Right. Listen, they're gonna be in good when we rule, officer. They're gonna be in lamb, unleavened bread. Listen, pomegranate. They're gonna be in good when we ruled. They can have their little stuff right now. Listen, I don't do their thing right now, their little cuisines or their delicacies. You don't do it. You understand what I'm saying? You eat what the righteous men eat. You eat what the Lord told you to eat. You understand? And you love who the Lord told you to love. You don't be sleeping around with no dogs, man. No cats, man. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You stay away from those things, man. You date your own. You marry your own, man. You deal with your own, man. You understand what I'm saying? And this is how we're going to get the brotherhood and sisterhood going and building it up by separating and coming together. If I could, even Zephaniah 2:1. I mean, a lot of, and this is what I want to get to. Even fake Israelite groups. Y'all read Zephaniah 2:1. I don't understand. Like, it's clear as day to tell you to gather together. Like, I don't understand. You know, they try to bring, you don't know the New Testament. It says it's gonna be like this. Okay, what does Zephaniah 2:1 say though? I mean, the Bible say. What the Bible say? The Bible say I could drink liquor. That don't mean that don't mean if I want to drink liquor, I don't have to. There's laws in the Bible that, if I don't want to eat certain things, listen, some brothers probably like hamburgers, like beef. I don't have to eat beef. I could be a vegetarian, right? So why you try to make an excuse something not to join with your brother? That's all that sounds like to me is an excuse. Well, you know they say it's going to be like this. All right, now you know that it's going to be like this. Now come together. Now come together. You understand? If you could, give me that scripture.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
The Bible says, gather together, O nation not desired. Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians is not desired. We should not have all these groups. We all should come together. Even the Christian church. The Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians that's in this Christian church, we all need to come together under one banner. You understand what I'm saying? And you should come and hear Home of the Truth under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. You understand what I'm saying? You don't hear nothing about us. We hear everything about everybody else. Listen, Facebook and social media tell on all of y'all. You don't really see anything goes on here. You understand what I'm saying? We hear everything going on out there. Y'all go on the internet like prima donnas and soap operas and say you left for groups and you did this, you did. You won't hear that here. Just like I remember I was seeing a post that a sister said, and she said, listen, if you don't agree with whatever the case may be, just leave quietly. Everybody went, oh yeah, I left the group. I mean, we don't hear that from here. You don't hear that in here. You hear that everywhere else. But the Bible tell you to gather together. We all should come together as one as one body, right? One body, right? Everybody want to break off and do their own thing out of their own reasoning or lust and greed, whatever the case may be. We should gather together because we are not desired. Why is we still separate? Why is we still, when the Bible says we're supposed to be together? We need to come together. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody want to do their own thing. When people you can't eat sea moss and God image higher and we could have oppressors into our congregation. Everybody want to believe this bull crap instead of doing what God say do, and that's come together. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you go back to Deuteronomy 7:6.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. Mm-hmm. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Listen, you're a holy people. You're a separate people, man. Being separate is a powerful thing. Being separate is actually natural. In a city of brotherly love, we are separate amongst each other, but we want to join with everybody. In every city in America, they got a black man, a Hispanic man, American Indian man, and woman. We are separate. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in Philadelphia, man, a city of brotherly love, man. the city of brotherly love, man. I gotta walk down the street and get mean mugged by my own brother. You understand? I gotta get threatened by my own brother. You know what I mean? She don't want to talk to me because I'm light-skinned, my own sister. But she would. Officer, this is a thing, Officer Abide. This I watched it Pop the Balloon. I believe it was Pop the Balloon. And this girl said she don't want to talk to this man because he's light-skinned, but would rather date Lassie, the oppressor. When I say Lassie, I'm talking about the oppressor. There is Lassie, though. I'm sorry. Lassie. Clifford. Cujo. I'm just saying. If Cujo was that movie, though, I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, man, but yeah, like, it's a lot, yeah. But like I was saying, like, you'd rather date your oppressor that's way lighter than me. I felt that was like, matter of fact, in Hosea chapter 6, 4 verse 6. Like, yeah, like, I'm like, is you kidding me? We that separate? We don't even like, because I'm light skinned? And then it's crazy. I say this in my rap too. I ain't gonna say my line, but I'm gonna paraphrase it. Like, you saying you don't want to talk to me because I'm a light skinned man, but then you go inside that church and you worship that Caesar Borgia. Like, that's your daddy. Like sometimes sisters say they twerk on Jesus, right? I heard it. But you won't give me the time of day because I'm light skinned, but you out there worshiping an oppressor that don't look like your daddy. You don't look like your father in your house. Listen, your father in your house is darker than me. Charcoal, purple, black, and you out here worshiping a man that's pale milk color complexion. Is you kidding me? That had relationships with his sister. That was a thief. That was a criminal. Honestly, am I lying? CJ Borgia was a criminal. Y'all should watch the Borgias. Y'all should watch. Listen, I think the first episode is with him doing some weird stuff with his sister, if I'm not mistaken, or watching his sister or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? You could get the scripture?
This is the book of Hosea, the 4th verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
You gotta be destroyed, man. To have that type of mindset, the way of thinking, man. That's not led by the Spirit of the Most High, man. Women should look at men by their character, by how they carry themselves, how they conduct themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Not because, it's a certain skin complexion. I don't look at women that's for no skin complexion. Listen. If you got good manners, you got good character, you righteous, and sometimes you might have some bad things with you, but as long as you got more good than bad, I can rock with you. But it ain't got no complexion to her. I do love my Hispanic sisters. You understand? I do. They got a little soft spot in my heart, but I still love my Judites and my Benjamites. Listen, I love all my Black, Hispanic, Native Indian women. You know what I mean? I love chocolate. I love milk chocolate. I like light skin. I love all it. You understand what I'm saying? We got some beautiful women. Right. I'm not just looking at her skin complexion. I'm looking at, okay, how can she add to my situation? What type of woman is she? You understand what I'm saying? What type of character does she has? How does she speak to her mother? How does she speak to her father, her children? I'm looking at these type of things when I'm trying to get to know a woman. And sometimes women don't even get that far, especially women in the world. They don't get that far with me. You get one conversation with me in the world, you say, listen, the first, you already know who I'm probably going with this. Soon as they ask me what's my birthday, soon as they ask me that, I gotta go. I'm okay. I'm Quatazai. I'm 34 years old. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know my birthday. I don't care about my birthday. Like, I'm not telling you. So you're, oh my God, you're this. So I don't even want to have that conversation because I did it before over and over again. They didn't want to go back and forth with me on it. No, I'm not that. I'm separate. I'm not destroyed. And then you're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's why you will pick the oppressor over a black man. You understand what I'm saying? And brothers too, dating these dogs, man. Right. We are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Certain brothers like a certain type of complexion too, which is crazy to me. You know what I mean? Listen, I get along with all types of women. So all types of sisters. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But like I said, we are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. We got to get out of that mind state, man, and just come back to this book right here, man. This rule book right here, this book that's going to tell you the right things that you need to know to survive in this life and the life that's coming after this life. You know what I'm saying? Because it is an afterlife, but it's not the afterlife that the Egyptians talking about. When Christ come back, yeah, man, you will see. You will see blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians ruling this planet. And we're going to be brothers and sisters at that time. But right now, the I.S.U.P.K is gathering up many of brothers and sisters to build Christ's kingdom so we can be fit to rule. You understand what I'm saying? And you need to join here, man, because what you got to lose. Now, what's that scripture about this what hangs on all the commandments, the brotherhood scripture? I forgot what it was. Is it 1 John 4? It's not that. Or is it John 13:34? I forgot what it was. I was trying to look it up. Hold on, give me a minute. I thought I had it in my notes, but I thought I had it in my notes. Matthew 22. Kind of one kind, but I want you to go up to 37. Mm-hmm. And then I want the precept for this in the Old Testament. I believe it's in Leviticus, right? Is it Leviticus 18 or 20, 26?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need the precept too, because a lot of people think the laws is done away with, and this is a commandment. So we're about to read a law right now. This is an important law that we need to understand, and then we're going to get to the city of brotherly love in a minute. Understand? As soon as you get it, you can read it. Mm-hmm.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 37.
Go ahead.
Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
Stop right there. It says Jesus Yahawashi said unto him. Is that in red letters?
No.
This is Christ speaking, a black man speaking. He said, you shall what?
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
You shall love Yahweh with all your heart. Keep going.
And with all your soul.
With all your soul, with all yourself. Go ahead.
And with all thy mind.
With all your mind. You understand what I'm saying? You got to love the Most High with all of those things, man. This is how you be great. This is how you be a successful black man and black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, and Native American Indian man and Native American Indian woman. This is how you do it, by loving the Most High with all your heart, soul, and mind. This is how you change. This is how you heal yourself. This is how you get rid of all the traumas that you are going through by, loving the Lord with all your heart and soul and mind. Keep going. And also too, this is the remedy for black men, Hispanic men, and Native American Indian men to get their minds together in the ghetto, especially in Philly, to understand this scripture that we're about to bring out now. Keep going.
Verse 38, this is the first and great commandment.
This is the first and great commandment. You see how you say this is the first and great commandment. Keep going.
Verse 39, and the second is like unto it. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Listen, the first commandment was, you shall love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind. Right? That's one of the greatest commandments, right? That's one of the greatest commandments. Why does it say that? Because in order for you to understand and apply the second commandment, that's great, you got to understand and apply the first one. You got to apply that one first in order for you to get to the second one. You have to do that first. Keep going.
Verse 40. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
What was the Hold on. You read
And the
this?
second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Oh
as
yeah.
thyself.
Oh yeah. Read that again. I ain't hear you say that. It's like.
This is the book of Matthew 22, verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Stop right there. The second one is like unto it. See, the first one you gotta apply first to get to the second one, right? You gotta love your neighbor as yourself. See, a lot of Christians and a lot of Muslims and brothers and sisters that's in the world, you understand, don't understand this scripture. They think your neighbor is somebody that live next door to you. What if you live next door to an African? What if you live next door to a dog? You understand? What if you live next door to somebody that's not of your people? Is that truly your neighbor? Of course, you can respect your neighbor. You know, be kind to the other nations and stuff like that. We're not saying that you gotta be rude. As you a filthy, disgusting, bastard or something like that. You ain't gotta do none of that. But that is not your neighbor. That is not your neighbor. Give me the precept for that. The biblical show.
This is the book of Leviticus, the 19 and verse 17.
And this is in the Old Testament for you Christians that keep thinking the law is done away with. Because you're telling me that the law is done away with, then why is Christ quoting laws that was in the Old Testament? And also, too, this is what I don't get to with other Israelites. They say that we're not in the New Testament, but Christ is quoting the Old Testament, and Christ is an Israelite. So how the heck we not in the New Testament when Christ is an Israelite? Make that make sense. And who else is a Israelite too? I believe who said it was Israelite in the New Testament? Was it Paul? Paul said he was Israelite, right? So how the heck we not in the New Testament? If they say we Israelites in the New Testament. Anyway, go ahead. We can read it.
This is the book of Leviticus, the 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
The Bible says, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart." Black man and black Hispanic men and women, we should not be hating our brothers in our heart and our mind. You understand what I'm saying? We don't supposed to be doing that. You know what we're supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be loving. As a matter of fact, is that up there? Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul too. Is that up in that scripture too? I mean, in that chapter or not?
Let me double check.
If it's not, don't worry about it. It's cool. I know it's in the Old Testament though. Yeah, I know it's in the Old Testament. But if it's not there, don't worry about it. I just paraphrase it. You know what I mean? The Bible says you're not supposed to hate your brother in thine heart. You understand? You're supposed to love the Most High with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind, man. How you supposed to be hating your brother? The Bible says you're supposed to love thy neighbor as thyself, right? We're gonna find out what the neighbor is. If you can't find the officer, but you ain't gotta worry about it. You can keep reading the precept I want. Yeah, kind of one. Sorry, I ain't worried about it. We keep going.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Keep going.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Go ahead.
Verse 18.
Oh, it's like read it again. Then.
Oh, this is the book of Leviticus, the 19 verse 17.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother. Keyword brother. Keep going.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Thy what?
Thy neighbor.
Thy what?
Thy neighbor.
The Bible is saying that your brother is your neighbor. Who is your brother? Your fellow Israelite. That's who your brother is. You understand what I'm saying? It's not Mafuku. It's not Ching Chong. It's not Arabs. It's not East Indians. It's not none of them people. Not the person that live next to you. That's of a other nation. That's not your neighbor. Your neighbor is your brother. Your fellow Israelite brother. That's who the neighbor is. And the Bible says you're supposed to love your neighbor as thyself. So which means is I can't do things to my neighbor that I wouldn't do to myself. I want to harm myself, so why would I harm my neighbor? Why would I harm my brother? Why would I harm my sister? I wouldn't do it to myself. Why should I do it to my brother and sister? See, when blacks, men in the ghetto understand that, you will stop doing the things that you do. Because you won't unalive yourself, right? You won't do none of them things to yourself. You won't sell yourself crack. You won't sell yourself fentanyl. You won't sell yourself these things. Why would you do it to somebody else? You understand what I'm saying? This is why you need to come to I.S.U.P.K and get taught properly what your neighbor is, because the Bible commands you to love your neighbor as yourself. Go back to the New Testament, Matthew. Is it Matthew, right? Matthew 22 and 40. Read from the top. You ain't got to go with go to 38. You ain't got to go to 37.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first and great commandment.
The first and great commandment is love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind. That's the first and great commandment. Keep going.
Verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
The second is like unto it. Go ahead.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy brother as thyself. Keep going.
Verse 40.
This is the heavy part.
On these two commandments.
On these two. Love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind. To love your neighbor as yourself, which is your brother. Keep going. That's the two laws. Go ahead.
Hang all the law in the prophets.
Hang all the law and the prophets. This book is built on brotherhood. This book is built on sisterhood. This book is built on loving your neighbor. Why do I say this? Give me is it 1 John 5 and 3? Or yeah, give me 1 John 5 and 3. What is love? Because it said it's built on all the commandments. I mean, love thy neighbor as thyself and love the Lord with all thy heart, mind, and soul. Understand what I'm saying? But what is what is love? Let's find out what love is, because Christians think love is so soft and so fluffy and so fruity. Like they think love is so mushy and emotional and all these things, but love is not that according to the Bible. You have to act on your love according to the Bible. Love is an action according to what we say in the Bible, what the Lord said. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you could you get that scripture?
This is the book of 1 John 5, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For this is the love of God.
For this is the love of what?
Of God.
This is the love of God. Keep going.
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep his commandments, man. Understand that. If you love God, you'll keep his commandments. If you love, you will keep. And what is one of his commandments? What is one of his great commandments? To love him, the Lord, as with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love your brother as yourself. Right. If you love God, you will love your brother. A lot of brothers in here that's in Islam in Philadelphia that are Muslims, Christians, right? If you love God, why aren't you loving your brother? They say they follow so-called Jesus, right? Muslims say that, right? But Jesus is saying love your brother. Why are you unaliving your brother? Why are you sliding on your ops and then going to the masjid to pray like a Christian when they do something wrong? Why are you doing that? Why are you not loving your brother? You're breaking commandments and you wonder why that we are in the predicament we are in now. You wonder why that there's a lot of black men that's in prison right now. You wonder why that there's a lot of single mothers and babies that's not growing up without fathers, man, because we want to unalive each other because we're not keeping his commandments. One of the greatest commandments you need to keep is loving the Lord. The second one is loving your brother. You can't keep those. If you can keep those, you can keep this whole book.
Wow.
If you can keep them two commandments, you can keep the whole law in this book. And that's too deep for a lot of people to understand. We get it off of Subbi because we've been taught, we've been brought up to understand what is actually saying through the wisdom of the men above us teaching us these scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to love your brother as yourself, man. You're not supposed to be doing harm to your brother, man. You're supposed to be defending your brother when somebody try to do harm to him. You're supposed to be having your brother back. You understand what I'm saying? For somebody that's doing harm to him. Right. We at camp, you think I'm gonna let anybody do anything to Officer Abad while we at camp? Cause listen, people about to fight at camp. They don't even understand Officer Abad. And it's not always our people. It could be an oppressor. The oppressor might come over here and try to harm us. You think I'm gonna let him harm my brother? But guess what? When I come outside of here, when me and Officer Abad do our day-to-day, our regular lives, I go to Mount Rib, he go to his, his house, he, he go jogging and all that. And see what I'm saying? We don't have about to slide our ops on our minds. Right. And we see brother out and shit. What's going on, brother? How you doing, brother? We conduct ourselves in a better way. It's not an act in here. You understand what I'm saying? We really live this. Right. You know what I mean? But I would defend my brother if somebody try to harm my brother. Just I was telling you, I remember having an affiliate about the sister. You know what I mean? Right. Even though she should have been left, but people standing there and looking out the window, yelling and screaming instead of trying to try to diffuse the situation and try to be a mediator between that and say, all right, break it up. Somebody do something versus you just standing there looking. Do something. You understand what I'm saying? Just like we did something across the street when we seen our Hispanic brothers getting into a fight. And Captain Kyle went over there. We all went over there. You understand what I'm saying? Because we got our brother back. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't understand. That's why you got to come here in the I.S.U.P.K. And it's sad that the city of Philadelphia is crazy, man. A lot of young brothers is getting unalived for what? For what? You picked that up from your oppressor, right? Chris also about the oppressor was unaliving themselves before we was unaliving ourselves. And you really want to think about it. When they was in the mob and the mafia and all these things, it's a term they call getting made. When you getting made, you be thinking it's a good thing. Getting made is not a good thing. Getting made is like, oh, matter of fact, it is kind of a good thing. They'll tell you getting made, as far as like you get a little ranked up. Just like, we come over here, and we get that oil poured right here. We get raised up to officers of 50, 100, it's like 500,000, 5,000, the captain. Like, it's not like, he better get made. No, you better get unalive. You better take you in this room. Think you better get made. They're going to blow your head off. That's what they used to do. That's what they used to do. They used to unalive each other. Understand what I'm saying? You pick that up now. You want to watch Scarface, and Al Pacino was an oppressor, if I'm not mistaken, right? He an oppressor, and you looking at Scarface want to be like that. Understand what I'm saying? You act just like your oppressor. If you could you give me that scripture? You act just like your oppressor, and then we're going to touch on that city of brotherly love. Go ahead, sis. We were talking about what was it, Leviticus? 1 John 5 and 3. I had the bus. Yeah, man. Like, we don't know what love is until we read it in 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. That you gotta keep these commandments in order to love. I don't love my brother if I'm unaliving my brother. I hate my brother. And I hate the Most High. That's all Christians say. That's all brothers that believe in Islam is saying. You unalive your brother, but you say that you love God. Oh, I'm praying for forgiveness. That's Christianity, man. You claim that you're Muslim, putting on your kufi, your garbs. You are a Christian. You're doing exactly what a Christian does. Pray and ask for forgiveness. Nah, man. You're supposed to stop doing these things, man. And listen, you could be mad. You could be mad at what I'm saying. I'm telling you the truth, man. You're a man, or you want to be emotional. This is the truth. This is something that your father should have told you, man. You understand? This is something that a strong black man should have told you, man. Straighten up, man. There's a lot of these soft, feminine men out here, man. They think they gangster and they think they tough. You know what's tough? You know what's gangster? Keeping the laws. Fighting your demons and not getting high. That's the most gangster thing I know. Listen, the most gangster thing I know is keeping these laws. Not to unalive your brother, to be a family man. You understand what I'm saying? That's gangster if you really want to keep it real. You understand what I'm saying? You want to know what's really gangster? It's not harming your brother, not harming your sister, staying with your women, man. That's gangster. That's gangster. Being masculine, that's gangster. You think toting a gun and you know how to fight a little bit and and you got a little aggression, and you're not scared to back down. That's cool. That's cool. That's great. That's a good trait to have, but you gotta learn how to navigate that too. You navigate that towards your brother. You understand what I'm saying? What you shouldn't do that. You should have self-discipline and learn how to talk it out with your brother. Not a lot of people don't even know how to talk it out with their brothers, man. Let alone a woman. A woman could cut you deep. Now she got a black eye because you couldn't hear. Now she got a black eye because you couldn't take what she said. You couldn't battle her with your words. You had to use your fists because you're so much of a man. Listen, I battle my real with my words. I battle my real with my words. I pray she understand that. She knows that. I don't never lift a finger to my woman ever. I got discipline. You understand what I'm saying? I battle her with my words. You understand? That's why she's here with her head covered, signing in them classes officers by, you see it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I battle her with my words. I'm a strong black man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a leader. You understand? I'm going to lead my household into righteousness. And I'm going to teach my sons and his sons not to ever harm their brother, to love their brother as thyself. You know what I mean? To be a pillar in our neighborhoods, man, so we can have actual change. Right. You wanna have an actual change. You got to start with these children. Right. My son ain't gonna know what it's like to harm a brother. That just willingly he has to harm a brother, because the brother said something he didn't like, or harm a sister because she won't give him no play. With some brothers out here that's harming sisters because she don't want to give him her number. You know how weak that is.
All the way to President Theodore Roosevelt, a major publicity for saying.
You can pause it real quick. Oh, you about to jump the gun in a minute. Wait, we're gonna get right to it. 12:14. That's the time stamp. But you know how many brothers that do that?
Your sister surviving.
That's not gangster, man.
Translation.
That's not being no man. You understand what I'm saying? That's not being no man. And all these things that you're doing, you're picking up from your oppressor, man. Like the city of brotherly love, right? We need to understand something, man. We don't even be brothers in Philly. Brothers in Philadelphia, we are so separate. We beefing with each other. We doing all these things with each other, right? Just like in other neighborhoods, right? But city of brotherly love wasn't really for you. That wasn't really for you. Now, if you could, before you even do that, matter of fact, we're gonna go to the actual meaning of city of brotherly love. Now I'm about to talk about this topic. Black men and black women, and spinning man and spinning woman. City of brotherly love was not for you. A lot of people thought because they moved in the north, it was gonna be any different than the south. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you, and I always felt my spirit because I work for the city, right? I work for the city of Philadelphia, and I work in the area that got houses in large fields. Now they turn them into baseball fields and soccer fields and all these things, but it say plantation on a what you call it on a little information thing. Those things is plantations to me. It was just in a different, sophisticated way. Yeah, man, that's all I can say. You understand what I'm saying? You can go to the City of Brotherly Love link first. Yeah, the Wikipedia one. We're gonna read that first and see where City of Brotherly Love comes from, because a lot of people don't know where it comes from. Even though the term Philadelphia and who named it, where it comes from. Yeah, man, we're not gonna go too in depth with it. I'm gonna try to dig a little deeper on why did this person name it this. And I'm gonna go back to where it comes from, and I'm gonna dig a little deeper on that, because it's kind of strange and weird they named it after. I'm gonna do a little bit more research, but we're gonna get into it right now. You can read that right now, Officer Bot.
This is Wikipedia. Philadelphia, it has long been nicknamed the City of Brotherly Love.
The City of Brotherly Love. Go ahead.
From the literal meaning of the city's name in Greek.
In Greek, it's a Greek name.
Right.
The City of Brotherly Love comes from a Greek name, which is, go ahead.
I'm going to pronounce that. Greek, Philadelphia. Greek pronunciation, Philadelphia. Philadelphia, brotherly love, derived from the ancient Greek term beloved, dearing, or loving.
Philios.
Philios.
Yeah, Philios. Philios, it means, what it means? What Philios mean?
Beloved, dear, or loving.
Philios means beloved, dear, and loving, which honestly love, right? Go ahead.
And Adelphos.
Adelphos, it means brother or brotherly, right? So that combines into Philadelphia that we know today. That's where it comes from, the city of brotherly love. Go ahead, keep reading.
The city was first named by its founder, William Penn.
The city was first named by William Penn. You understand what I'm saying? Now go to the second link. William Penn named this city from the Greek, from the Greek term. It comes from Greek. It comes from Greece. So we all should know how that goes. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in Greece. I'm pretty sure one of the city called Philadelphia in Greece too, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, right? It is in the Bible. Philadelphia is in the Bible, right? I'm pretty sure to understand where do listen, Greeks, they was weird. Now, no, we can't know. Right there. Go down. Go down a little bit more. Yeah, read that right there. Stop right there. No, stop. Just read that whole paragraph.
Okay. This is from Philadelphia.
No, it's like it. No, you ain't gotta read that whole drawing. Read the name he gave. This is actually William Penn. There's somebody talking about William Penn. You know, you can read what the name he gave his city combined.
Where's it? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to really touch on back to what it means, and it's going to say something else.
This is from the Philadelphia Encyclopedia.org.
Mm-hmm.
The name he gave his city combined the Greek words for the love, filio, and brother Adelphos, setting up the enduring civic nickname, the city of
brotherly love. That's where it comes from. Filio and Adelpho, right? City of brotherly love, Philadelphia, right? Go ahead.
Then Penn gave his city a street grid, a charter, and a diplomatic first act that he hoped would enable it to live up to the name.
See, read that last part. That he hoped
would enable it to live up to that name.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Did it live up to that name? Did the city of brotherly love live up to its name? Did Philadelphia live up to its name? No. That wasn't for you anyway. Matter of fact, when was William Penn born? You can look that up real quick. When was William Penn born? I just want to know. When was he born? You know what I mean? And when did he perish off this planet? You know, we we gotta understand this type of stuff wasn't for us. This was for them. This is for them. The people who established these, colonies, I guess you could say, these cities, it was not for us, it was for them. And I'm going to prove my point with the video I'm about to show. It was never brotherly love for black men and black women, Hispanic men and Hispanic women. It was never love for us. It was never love for us in America, in Philadelphia. Oh, October 1644 to July 1718. How old was it? It don't even matter though, because that's 7th. Where we come here? Officer Abide? Like 1619 or something like that?
Yeah.
It's interesting. When was we free? When they so-called say we was free? In 1800, right? Maybe? Well, you can look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure, they could probably say, well, he wasn't the R word. I can't really say it. You understand what I'm saying? I can't really say it right now. But, he wasn't the R word. 1865. Passed by Congress, 1865, was it ratified on December the 13th Amendment to abolish slavery in the United States. So that means it bought the prisons anyway. But that's here nor there, right there. Let's talk about prison. However, he was born in the 1700s. So the 1700s, right?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, he died in the 1700s.
He died in 1700.
He named, I'm pretty sure he named it before he died. He named it before he died. So guess what that tell you? That was still going on. So you think he was there with black folk? When he named it that? I want to know, was black folks present when he named it that? I could kind of find it hard to believe because we about to read, but it's like we about to go to the video. We about to go look at the video right now to show you that the city of brotherly love was never for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Never was for us. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to show you right now on two examples, two instances that was going on back then. You understand what I'm saying? When black folks, you understand what I'm saying? It got sophisticated. You understand? I said it again? Yeah, I want the video. You can show me. You do the video. Bible says prove all things, right? We're going to find out right now. Right now, you understand what I'm saying? That was not meant for us. That's the term city of brotherly love. Black people need to, we already not even being brotherly to each other anyway, right? So you need to get out your mind that it wasn't for you. Now they can try to make it up to be for you now. If that's the case, you just celebrate Christmas because Christmas is not what it was before. You understand what I'm saying? The stuff they did in the past, they don't do now. I'm pretty sure they don't do what they was doing in the past now, which I can witness that they do still do it. It's just sophisticated. It's just not like, oh, they're gonna beat me with a whip, or they're gonna do this. They're gonna fire me if they don't like what I'm doing. If I say something they don't like, they're gonna fire me. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna do certain things to me to show me that they are still in power. That's what really, racism is really about, is that, right? Being power and saying, you can't work here, you can't do this, you can't say this, and you can't say that. That's really racist. Because I should be able to, I have a right to say what I want, right? Yeah, man. You better look at this video real quick. Man, if I would put it to, I'm going to see if y'all see it right there. There you go. You go look at this video. Bigo. All right, you can start it. Yeah, be a little quick on the pause. I might tell you to pause it.
And so you have to form a new community and really form a new family. The promise of a better life attracts thousands of African American families to Philadelphia in the first years of the 20th century. John and Annie Anderson and their daughters move up from Virginia to a row house in South Philadelphia.
They went to South Philly. Pause it real quick.
The first wave of migration came without notice.
Now, if I could, South Philly was one of the poorest, keep this in mind, was one of the poorest neighborhoods in Philadelphia. That was one of the poorest, right? And black folks went up there. All immigrants was up there too, but it was one of the poorest up there, right? Look at it now. And who's up there? It's separated. If you really think about it, it's still separated. You go over here, you got the Italians, you got the oppressors. You go over, matter of fact, go across. It's basically like Broad Street. You think about it, it's a little kind of sort of still like 16th and like Snyder or something like that. You got oppressors, but you get to the 20s and the 30s and stuff like that. It start to look a little ghetto, look like the hood a little bit. It's getting, I guess, like it is developing down there and stuff like that. People starting to move more, but the most it'd be predominantly black folks in one neighborhood and the Italians over here, and they really not really. It's more so probably like the Moab and other nations on this side, and we on this side. It's real still segregated a little bit, just like in my neighborhood. No, it's like not my neighborhood, just like North Philly. North Philly is like this over here is like segregated. It's like we here, they there, the other people here. It's so segregated. But now you go to South Philly, it's rich. It's rich down there. Them houses, I don't like them houses though, by the way, but them houses is rich. Like they got different type of houses. Like I'm talking about like the brownstone houses, like near the stadiums and stuff like that. See, people don't know about that. That's still South Philly. All that's in South Philly. Stadium, near the stadiums, all them houses over there, predominantly oppressors. predominantly. I mean, you got a few little black folk live there, maybe, but predominantly is oppressed. It's not us that's living there. Now it's rich. Understand? They put us in the poor neighborhoods. Where we at now? We in Kensington. we in the hard part of North. And man, we in the most poorest spots now. We're not where they at. This is the fact. And man, you can keep going.
And without warning, from South Carolina, from North Carolina, from Virginia,
millions of people are leaving their homes to escape the agricultural suppression of the South, to experience the opportunities and the freedoms that are available to them in the North, or so that they think are available to them in the North.
Pause right there. You see what she said? It comes from Virginia, come from the South, thinking that it's going to be different in the North because they wasn't down with it, right? Go ahead. Supposedly.
though an experienced teacher in Virginia, Annie Anderson can't get a teaching position in Philadelphia.
Stop right there.
Unlike their white.
This sister was a teacher. She had the skills to be a teacher. They wouldn't give her the job. They would not give her the job. Why? I thought the North was better than the South. I thought it was the city of brotherly love. We love everybody, right? Why this sister couldn't get the job? You gonna find out. Keep playing.
Peers, black teachers must be certified.
Stop right there. Black teachers must be certified. So that makes you question this oppressor teacher. Is she certified? Because why you saying she has to be certified, it makes me think that she wasn't certified. If that make any sense. Or she got to be certified. They're trying to find an excuse not to hire her. That's what they do today, especially in the city. They do that all the time. They try to find a little excuse not to give you this position and give it to him. They about, oh yeah, it's a thing. Oh yeah, too. This is why, you know, a lot of brothers in my job, they like got a lot of information when it comes to the city jobs. They about to put this, I forgot the rule, I think it's rule number 2. It's called rule number 2, rule number 1 of them. But is they could pick whoever they want. There's no list no more because with the city, they go by either your seniority, how long you've been there, because sometimes you get promotions. Like so say if you were like a ground maintenance worker 1, right? And you've been there for like 5 to 10 years, and you got this other person that been here 2 years, right? I could go before him. And I'm probably gonna get picked before him because I've been there longer, right? That's about to go away. So that person that been here 2 years could get the job before the person that been there 10 years. Wow. And guess what? Guess who probably been there 2 years? The oppressor. And then you've been there 10 years, got all the certifications, got your CDL license, got this. Listen. You was an active crew chief. You hear me? When your crew chief wasn't working, he give it to him. That's about to happen again in the city of Philadelphia. You know what I mean? It's happening now. And actually, they picking whoever they want. It's just the okie doke. They try to make it seem like, oh, yeah, we picking, no, they're going to pick who they want. They already doing it now anyway. The main reason why I work with the city is because I got picked. Because I had family that worked there. That's it. That's how it is. They pick who they want. See what happened with her? She got to be certified. Oh, he do a job better than you. Sometimes, case in point, my supervisor. Like, I'm gonna show him, I'm proving this. I'm proving this based on how for what's going on now to now, right? Or how it's going back then and now, right? My supervisor, right? So like he don't do it all the time. He say it though. He don't care though. He say it sometimes. He want to pick the person who does the job the right way, right? But you're supposed to go by overtime list. So say if I'm not really too good at that job, I can still get it done, but I'm not too good at the job as this oppressor. He'd do some underhanded stuff and say, well, I'm gonna skip you over the list. He don't supposed to do that. He's supposed to give it to me before he give it to him because I'm before him on the list. That is a rule. He could get in trouble for it. He does not care. He does it sometimes. Then he try to put a spin on it and say, oh, I'm gonna put you on the next time. No, I was supposed to work. But he do that though. That's what they still do. They still look out for their people, which I don't have a problem with. But don't say you're the city of brotherly love when you're not being brotherly to me. Our brothers not even being brothers to me. You're not. Make it make sense. So we pick all these tricks up from them. Not being brothers to our people, they don't be brothers to us either. Y'all want to follow these oppressors and do what the oppressors do. He doesn't love you. Case in point with the sister. They came to the north to find a better way, a better life.
What?
She had the credentials to be a teacher. She had the experience to be a teacher. But they told her, you got to get certified. Listen, I wonder, did the oppressor woman or the teacher get her certified? I would look that up. I should keep playing. You can go back a little bit just in case people didn't hear it, because I don't know on Bigo.
Their homes to escape the agricultural suppression of the South, to experience the opportunities and the freedoms that are available to them in the North, or so that they think are available to them in the North.
Though an experienced teacher in Virginia, Annie Anderson can't get a teaching position in Philadelphia. Unlike their white peers, black teachers must be certified. If you go into the expanding manufacturing districts here through Kensington all the way up to Tacoma, you will not find a single African American on payroll.
It's not right there.
If they are, they're in janitorial positions.
Go back and stop at janitorial positions. And they call it janitorial positions too. The oppressor call it landscaping. Let's keep that in mind. No, I'm not. Go ahead, you can play it.
In manufacturing districts here through Kensington all the way up to Tacoma, you will not find a single African American on payroll. If they are, they're in janitorial positions.
Pause it. From Kensington into wherever else they said, they will not find a black man or black woman on payroll. Now I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Do y'all think that black people was there? They just said that black people migrated to South Philly. So you telling me they can't get no job? They not on payroll? They not on payroll. They gotta find janitorial positions. What are we doing today? My job consists of janitorial stuff a little bit. I'm just doing ground maintenance. That's like a janitor. I'm a janitor for the park. More black folks, Hispanic folks have these jobs. Now they're trying to start to come back in because, they're starting to come back into the city and they know these jobs is guaranteed and is got better benefits than other jobs they have. Now you start to see some oppressors coming. Starting to see them drive the trash trucks. Starting to see them do all these things now, but they didn't want these jobs before. Now they're starting to get these jobs, but predominantly we have these jobs, and they got the corporate jobs. They have the corporate jobs. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, the head of the city is an oppressor. It's not a black woman or a black man or a Hispanic woman. It's not none of us. It's right. It's oppressors. You keep going.
John Anderson is hoping that maybe he can get a job. Unfortunately, those are jobs for white men only.
It's not right there. I thought that was a city of brotherly love. William Penn named this city before this even happened. I thought this was a city of brotherly love, man. This is why we gotta separate from this place, man. because this is how they treated black folks in Philadelphia. But you want to love the oppressor? This is how he treated you. He wasn't even equal to the oppressor when it comes to the skills and working. He couldn't get the same job. He couldn't get the same pay. And the woman as well. Keep going. This is why we're the special people too. I'm gonna show you. We keep going. This is why black people, we're the salt of the earth, and we are the special people, right? Keep going though.
The best he can do is haul in coal and ice. A black man can walk any street in Philadelphia, but he still doesn't feel like a full citizen. He doesn't have opportunities.
What did you say? You gonna walk the streets in Philadelphia. I thought it was the North. It was great. It was better than the South. He felt like he wasn't even a citizen. He didn't have no equal rights. Might as well should have stayed down. What was it? Beating you? They wasn't hanging you? What was it? In the South, it was different from the North. They just couldn't knock you aside your head. I mean, I'm pretty sure they called you the N-word down here. I'm pretty sure they do it in South Philly. They call you, I forgot the word that Italians call us. They call us names, and y'all think they wasn't doing this then in the North? Keep going.
Employment or education or housing.
John Anderson finds dignity as a deacon of the Union Baptist Church and takes his oldest daughter, Mary, along whenever he goes. Even on a little bit, we were able to sustain ourselves because what the church provided was an institution where people, first of all, could feel that they were somebody. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around, turn me around. It was that spirit that led people into Philadelphia, and it was that spirit that made sure they became successful.
It's not right there. Basically, this is why we're special people, man. It's because even though they did what they did, wouldn't give us no jobs, wouldn't do anything for us. Oh, you can't get this job. Oppressive man can get this job. Or you can't. Oh, you gotta get certified. And they mind them still making a way and being successful. This is why I could tell black folks that you don't need the oppressor for anything. We're going to make something out of anything if we come together, stick together, and be brothers and sisters together. This is why I.S.U.P.K is here. We're building Christ's kingdom. We're going to be fit to do it. We're not relying on the oppressor. We know the oppressor hate us. We know the oppressor is not with us. This is why we come together. Understand what I'm saying? If I could lose my job today or tomorrow. Best believe I'm not gonna rely on no devil to put money in my pocket. I'm gonna find a way, just like these brothers and sisters found the way when they wasn't, getting a equal opportunities as these devils in Philadelphia. I thought this was a city of brotherly love. Now, we go to the next time stamp. And this is crazy, man. Now, we're going to go touch on the entertainment business now. I think the sister about to talk about, I think she was a singer. We'll talk about that too, And we need to understand that we need to stop picking up the traits and these attributes of our oppressor. Understand what I'm saying? Because the main reason why you hate your brother is because the oppressor hates your brother. And once you start to understand that, you'll be all right. You can do it.
Early on, Marian Anderson's parents realized that there was musical ability within her. They often spoke about her having a hum, that she would just go around the house humming. And Anna would remark to John that there's something in that humming bee, and we have to try to give you an outlet.
Stop right there.
She begins to.
You see how black parents seen stuff in their children and told them to act on it and pushed them to do so? This is what we need to do with our children. You understand what I'm saying? That's just advice to parents. When you see something in your child, it don't gotta be he can shoot a basketball or football. He might be good at building something. You know what I mean? You give him some Legos and he could build something. So, oh, you might could be an architect. Like, put that in his head. There's nothing wrong with that. The Jewish man do it. Small hands do it all the time. Oh, you're gonna be a lawyer. You're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a pharmacist. You're gonna be this. You're gonna be the judge. You're gonna be all these, and then children be them, and they listen to their parents, right? We need to do that to our children. When we find out, she had a good nice, because sometimes we got sisters and brothers that know how to sing. And I always tell brothers, you can rap. I understand you're a priest and prophet of the Lord, but listen, you can rap, you can make money off of this. If I like it, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people will like it. And you just need to push in the promotion and to get out there. Yeah, man. It's all about you reaching somebody. It's all about the reach, how many people you can reach. And then you could be successful at doing that, making money at doing that. You ain't even gotta have a 9 to 5, you just make music. Yeah, man. Just like I said, you see something in a brother or sister or your kid, you always invest in that thing, that special thing that they have. You know what I mean? And my kid know how to build stuff. I'm buying them Legos. I'm about to put them in workshop classes and learn how to do carpentry work, stuff like that. That's a little minor stuff he could do. And then, he get a trade, but then he could be an architect. He go to school for architecture. Stuff like that. He good with plants. He could be a botanist. He probably could learn how to probably make a medicine one day. You understand what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff you need to instill in your children, and seeing things, when you in your children, not just being taking them to school, coming home, feeding them food, and tell them to go to bed. That's it, and then do the same thing. You gotta pay attention to your child. You know what I mean? Because your child is special. The Bible says we're a special people, man. We have something special in us, man, that we gotta have people pay attention to when we are children, so we can bring it out of them. You can keep going. That's all I wanted to say.
In choirs, first at Union Baptist Church, and then as a soloist in the People's Chorus.
She would sing from soprano to baritone, and the church loved her. They embraced the sound. They embraced what they saw as a God-given gift.
That was the joy to hear Mary sing. Her voice was so unusual. As you heard that voice, you heard no other. It was so unique.
In 1910, news comes that her father, working at the Reading terminal, is struck by a steel beam. Refused treatment at the hospital because of his race. He dies from the injuries.
Go back to where his father. A little couple seconds back. I heard what they said, right? You heard what he said, right? I want to replay it again so we can understand that the North wasn't better than the South. This ain't the city of brotherly love. You would have thought that they would help the brother, right? Oh, he got injured. Let's save his life. This ain't no Grey's Anatomy back then. It ain't Grey's Anatomy back then, man. I'm just letting you know that now. You go play, sir.
They embraced the sound. They embraced what they saw as a God-given gift.
That was the joy to hear Mary sing. Her voice was so unusual. As you heard that voice, you heard no other. It was so unique.
In 1910, news comes that her father, working at the Reading terminal, is struck by a steel beam. Refused treatment at the hospital because of his race. He dies.
Stop right there.
From injuries.
We all know what the Reading terminal is. Everybody that's in this room, we from Philadelphia, so we know what the Reading terminal. Everybody go get their food there and all that stuff, right? But he got struck at the Reading terminal by a beam, and he went to the hospital They refused to give him treatment because of his race. And y'all say that this is the city of brotherly love? That wasn't for us. Now I'm gonna ask y'all this question. So say if that was an oppressor, he would have got treatment. Oppressor would have got treatment. That black man didn't get treatment, so he perished off this planet, man. The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. An oppressor could be in the south and the north, they're still an oppressor, they're still a devil. And we love these people, man, but we don't love ourselves, man. And this is the problem with black folks, man. Y'all want to be mad at the I.S.U.P.K for bringing stuff like this out and telling y'all to separate and come together. Y'all get mad at us for doing this instead of getting mad at your oppressor for doing this type of stuff. And they still doing it today. I'm pretty sure brothers and sisters got stories of oppressors at these workplaces doing these type of things. It's just sophisticated. They can't refuse you treatment no more because you can sue them. But they can still do little slick stuff. How many oppressors get sued? Because it's something that I've just found out. They gotta have, when they're doctors, they gotta have what's called malpractice insurance. So I believe the hospital won't get sued for when they make an accident. How many times that happens in the hospital? How many times a doctor might tell you the wrong stuff and now you unalive? That you're a so-called black man, Hispanic man, and woman man, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, this brother got unalive and they refused him treatment because of his race. This was 1910. City of brotherly love. Keep going, sir. There's more too. There's more.
Marion's mother takes a job scrubbing the floor at Lawmakers.
After her father died, she got to have some lessons, but they didn't start right away because there was no money to pay for the lessons.
A woman named Ida Asbury, who was a product of the Institute for Colored Youth, through a fundraiser. Neighbors pitched in. $600 was raised.
Stop right there.
And that allowed Marion.
Is that happening today? Is that happening today with black people, Hispanic people, and Indian people? They said she didn't have enough money, right? He didn't have enough money, so they made a fundraiser for this sister that could go to this school and take these lessons. That's brotherhood. That's sisterhood. That was back. We stuck together back then. We had no choice because they understood their enemy. We don't understand our enemy today. We don't understand. We understand that, oh, get high, go home, go to work, lay down with your wife, get high again. We don't understand those type of things in Philly and slide on your op and killing somebody, unliving somebody, slacking. And we understand. That's what we understand. Gun smoke, always hearing gunshots. That's all we understand in Philly. That's all we understand. A sister walk past, you looking at her behind. That's only thing we understand. That's all we understand. We don't stick together. We stuck together back then. That's proof that we stuck together. That's not happening today. We knew our common enemy. Oh, oppressor ain't gonna give her no money. The oppressor ain't gonna even help her. She can't get no loan from no bank. They gathered together and made a fundraiser to help. Keep going, sir.
Ann Anderson to start her career getting singing lessons.
Marion's voice teacher, Giuseppe Buchetti, encourages her to apply to the Philadelphia Music Academy, one of the top conservatories in the nation.
Mr. Buchetti, when he heard her voice, he said, in a year or two, you'll be able to sing anywhere.
Inside the academy, Marion joins the line of prospective students in the registrar's office.
All the white kids in line get served and fill out the form before the woman behind the reception desk gets to Marion Anderson.
It's not right there. I thought this was a city of brotherly love. She probably was there first. She probably was there first, right? They made her wait. Keep going.
She was told, we do not accept any Negroes
Stop right there.
at the Philadelphia.
You telling me I sat here this whole time for you to tell me that they don't accept no Negro? The oppressor's the devil. She's seen her there. I'm pretty sure that devil seen her right there. They could have said, but guess what? Ain't no signs up. Ain't no signs up. Ain't no color over here or no color allowed and this, that, and the third. So they got to tell her, no, we don't serve y'all. It's got sophisticated. They can't put the signs up now. You can't show the signs anymore. That's all it is. You can't show the signs. White people here, black people over here. This your water fountain. That's your water fountain. You can't show that anymore. But guess what? Oh, you can say no Negroes allowed. In the South, they was pretty sure they had no color and stuff, because segregation was still going on, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Because that's what they was fighting for, Martin Luther King, right? But in the North, I guess it wasn't up because she walked in there. So you telling me, I'm sitting here waiting, and you say you don't accept no Negroes? I thought the city of brotherly love was for everybody. That's not for us, man. The city of brotherly love wasn't intended to be for black people and Hispanic people and American Indian people. It was never meant for us, period. And we got to understand that. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't even, I'm pretty sure also, I understand, you probably didn't even know that. You didn't even know that, like, that stuff came from William Penn and named it that, and now it's like how we was getting treated in Philadelphia when that term even came in fruition here. It wasn't for us. It was for them. It was for them. Yeah, man, you got to understand that, man. And this is why black people need to separate, because they were separate unto themselves. They separated themselves and joined with their brothers and joined with their sisters. Why can't we do that? Why we can't form our own brotherly love thing, right? They did it, and they helped their sister get money to get singing lessons. They helped her. Why we can't take that same method and deal with our people in the world? Deal with our people in the neighborhoods like that, and stick together, stick to our own. I'm pretty sure they was with their own. Of course, you probably had some oppressors that was probably want to help and this and that and the third. But the person that was in power, that had to say that you could do this, you can't do that, listen. They couldn't do nothing. They had no rights. They had no equal rights. And I'm gonna say this too. When a black Hispanic man, Native American Indian man, woman got rights when it comes to work, it's because the feminism came first. They had to get y'all rights before feminism came. If y'all really notice, like they really try to give you equal opportunity. That been equal opportunity been there, but try to give you equal opportunity because they hiring these fairies and these weird people that want to identify as all these other stuff now, because they gave it to them first. They got to hire them now. Now it's like, oh, well, you hiring them, got to hire us too. So this just shows you that black people need to separate from the oppressor and his wicked ideologies, because he didn't love you to begin with. You think that was just happening in the South? It was happening in the North too. All the places that we live in today was ran and was owned by oppressors that did not like you. You know what city? You know what brotherly love exists at? In the I.S.U.P.K. That's where brotherly love exists at. You will not have brotherly love without us. Because when you walk outside them doors, there's nothing but death in our neighborhoods. And the Baruch chapter 4, verse 1 say, if you keep these commandments, you're going to come to life. And one of the commandments is loving your brother as yourself, man. Loving your brother as yourself, man. And Christ said you're supposed to lay down your life for your brother, man. And we need to understand that, man. We need to understand that we need to separate from America, man. We need to separate from even that. I don't like that term, city of brotherly love. Every time somebody say that, I'm gonna think it's bull crap. Y'all wasn't treating us like brothers and sisters when y'all coined that term in America. Y'all was not treating us as such. And it's a shame that we got to find out. I mean, if it ain't a shame, actually, it's quite relieving. I wish somebody would say, "Oh, this is a city of brotherly love." Y'all wasn't even giving us jobs when y'all was calling it that.
Right.
Don't say, "Well, it's something different now." Christmas is something different now. That don't mean I gotta celebrate it.
Right.
It still got a wicked history. It still got a pagan history. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get one more scripture. You understand what I'm saying? In order for you to change your life, then we let brotherly love continue, man. When you start to change your life, you gotta fight that demon that getting you to hate your brother. You gotta fight that demon that getting you to hate your sister, man. This is one of the scriptures that's gonna keep you level-headed and getting you understand that you can't do what you used to do in the world, man. Understand that, man. This is one scripture that we're gonna bring out and then we're gonna end the class, man. You can read it, sir.
This is the book of Hebrews, to the 13th and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Let brotherly love continue.
Listen, if you come inside this truth, if you know that you're an Israelite, come into I.S.U.P.K, man. Because in here, we let brotherly love continue, man. This stuff gonna go on forever and forever and ever to the day that we perish off this planet. Until Christ come back, and after Christ come back, we're going to be brothers to one another. That's a commandment that we're going to stand on. That commandment is built on, the Bible is built on brotherhood, man. The Bible is built on brotherhood, man. I don't know what the Quran is built on, but the Bible is built on brotherhood. You understand what I'm saying? And you come in here and learn who you are, you're going to have to let brotherly love continue. You got to treat your brother as you would treat yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't love us back then. So you need to come back in here and love your brother properly. And we're going to show you how to love your brother properly. And with that, I'm TITHES, but I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA. And this was, I might do a part 2. I don't know. I might let you know, Officer Bob, but you know, Slocky part 3. Yeah, part 3. I might do a part 3, you know. But the water, sis. Hey, the water. Y'all far too kind. But listen, I'm TITHES with I.S.U.P.K and the Commanding General YAHANNA. And this was the brotherhood class. And I'm going to pass it off to Priest and Officer Abahaya. The water.
Okay. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge Security Announcements. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West Central District of New York. Under the Commanding General YAHANNA, new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves the word in each visitation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must have permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will report to each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to bear tithes, which is a commandment on Numbers 18 verse 21 of the Malachi 3:10. I.S.U.P.K, he's technically 10% better if anything increase the Lord gives you, keeps the treasure part of the priest fund. We will offer for priest. Not mandatory. What's our month doing like? Upcoming holy convocations is the Memorial Blowing of the Trumpet, found on the first day of the month. This year will be October 2nd, Wednesday, 2024. Book of Leviticus 23, verse 24 to 25. Check the board in the hallway. Anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing on black, blue shirt, thank you guys got. That men, which means to stand. And Israel, what we want first is good. And Israel, Mashpat, Amash, Rock.
Yahweh Shemi Abashah Barakatham.
time, you sit down, start church with sisters. Sister Elijah, in Jesus' name, your mom's part of the head box covered. If you connect us with our vehicle, our hand class to 11. When we say Barak, you salute with the open palm to the right side of the left side of the chest. Right hand to the left side of the chest. Men of Israel will give the sister one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Aman Shabbat, Aman Barak. Yahweh Shemar Latah Hashem Yahushua. At the time, sit down, class.